Bien, veamos si no hemos perdido $1 billón de los contribuyentes.
Aquí vamos.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series, HasLab, number 144, Jane, Glenda, Mullighan. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Comandos Heroicos Jane, Glenda, Mullighan, or G.I. Joe Classified Series number 144, Hasbro Tier 2 Unlock. So here she is. This was one of the figures that I was looking forward to the most. Now, I know there's quite a bit of reuse in here with the Retro Scarlet body, but you have some other stuff in here that is also some used, some new, but it's nice to see them explore, I guess, kind of the older G.I. Joe figures that were released in Brazil. So, the Glenda figure that came out with the Brazilian release from Plastorama had a flash gun. It had Breaker's headset. Now, I see Breaker backpack, not a flash gun, but you do have that rifle here. You do have a helmet up here, you know, similar to what we saw with the Pilot Scarlet in the 25th anniversary. Now, the Glenda got re-released by Super 7. They're probably going to do another one for the O-Ring series, but whatever. I'm happy they've gotten this with the Classified series because it is technically a new figure, so happy for that. So we'll go ahead and look over the box here. Here you have Jane, Glenda, Mullighan. Now, I never knew her actual name. I just knew it as Glenda, so having the Jane Mullighan on there, that's pretty cool. You have the Comandos Heroicos symbol down here inside of the star. G.I. Joe Classified Series HasLab, all to the side, 144 at the top. There are some stats for you. Little artist render down here at the bottom. Around to the back, you have that full back of box art cover here, and that looks pretty good. She's got, I don't know, kind of a sinister look right here. I like it, I think it's pretty good. Stats again, around to this side, and this is artist render number 3 that would fit into the series of the 4 figures to make them look like they all connect. So very cool. Down at the bottom, Yeehaw Champion Wild Bill. At the top, HasLab 144 and Dragonfly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop her open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so very neat getting an international figure. So, not like they haven't done it already with some of the G.I. Joes that were released in the UK and all that, but now we actually get one from Brazil, and an actual named figure from Brazil, which is pretty awesome. Not just a Tiger Force. We're going to set the box here. You got the same backdrop as the other 2 figures I've had so far. It's going to be the same for all 4. I just wanted to put that out there. We're going to set that back here. Bring up the figure in the plastic dungeon and take a look and see what wants to fall out. And of course, we have this. So, nice, you have an extra hairpiece here. You have another hairpiece here with the headphones and microphone on. Here's the figure. You have the helmet, a pistol, a rifle, extra pair of hands. So, first figure with the set so far that had an extra pair of hands, so that's nice. And then you have the backpack and tube. So, let's go ahead and get everything out. We'll go over everything one by one, and then we'll take the figure out. Alright, so we got everything out, and we'll go ahead and check out the extra pair of hands first. So, the extra pair of hands is a pair of clenched fist hands, all white to match the gloves. There's no opening, can't put nothing in them, so they're simply just, you know, probably punching hands. There is a hinge peg on each, and they both go the same way, so you can move them in and out. Now, we're going to go ahead and go over her hair next. So here is hairstyle number 1, apart from the one that's already on her. Little bit different than the one already on the figure. It's still the short blonde-haired look. That one kind of has a little bit of a bang coming down. And this one looks the same apart from that. But we'll check them out once the figure's out and see how much difference there is. Next, you have the headset hair. So, same hairstyle. And this has a headset attached onto it. Looks like you could probably take it off. It is coming off a little bit, but I'm not going to pull it all the way off because it does feel a little bit attached up in there. I want to leave it like that. I'll probably end up using this, so that looks pretty good. That headset is really cool. Looks good. I like it. Next, you have her helmet here. So, like the pilot Scarlet, you have the blue shield on top. You have the black visor, all white helmet, microphone right there on the back. Comandos Heroicos. Very neat. Moving on, we have this backpack here. So it has this little gauge on it right there. It's almost like a temperature gauge or something. I'm not sure. Tube that comes down. If you bring in this weapon right here, you can see that that would simply plug right into that. So this, if we get a flash, this is what we could get. I don't know, but it looks a lot like a flash gun. So, wonder if that's a hint. But anyways, lots of detail on this. It looks pretty good. Tube is a little stiff, but has some flexibility to it. Peg at the back to stick in the figure. Now, since we pulled that out, let's go ahead and pull this rifle back out. So very cool. Definitely looks vintage. It definitely is some type of laser rifle. So with that tube going in here, that is, if that's not a flash gun, I don't know what that is, but that is pretty awesome. And next up, you have her pistol. So here it is, pretty basic. There's a hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. And it's nice. And then finally, we have an extra harness here. This one is it's a bit bigger. It's actually more adjustable. You can pull the straps through and extend them out on here. It does have that hole in the back. It looks like the actual belt is extendable too, so you can pull that up and push it out, as well as the leg pieces. So very cool. You have the one that's already on her, or you have the adjustable one, which is actually nice. Or you could simply use it for another figure. So it's up to you what you want to do with it, but very cool. So this is definitely something new. We haven't seen it before, and I like it. That's cool to make it adjustable, you know, fit it to your needs. And I'm not willing to do this, and somebody might, but if you want to use it for your figure, you know, you can pull that through, size it up to them, and then trim off the excess so you don't have all that extra fodder sticking out. Nice. And now let's go ahead and get the figure out. So here is Glenda. I gotta say, the figure looks great. So you do have the reused retro cards Scarlet body. So legs, arms, torso, all the good stuff. The head is new. I thought it might be just a repainted retro Scarlet head, but no, looking at the eyes, they're a little bit more further apart. Some different paints in there, of course, obviously. You have that blonde hairstyle, all short, you know, kind of a little bit of bangs hanging over here to the side. You have this harness already on her that is pretty form-fitting, so no adjusting needed here. You got the little bit of fluff up at the top around the neck. Look underneath, you can see the shoulder pad that goes underneath of that chest plate right there. So it's like the white belt underneath. She's got the pouches on the inside and outside of her boots. The little gun on the inside of her glove here. Throwing stars on the outside. She's got a holster on the right side and this all flat on the left. So very cool. The figure looks nice. So let's see her articulation now. So the head is on a ball joint. Can rotate a full 360. Can go forward a bit and back a bit. A little bit of side to side. A little bit of neck mobility. If we were to take the hair and pop this off to reveal the bald head, and that hair is on there. This one's pretty snug. So there we go. We got that off. Now we'll bring in the second hairstyle. You can see how it's slightly different. Not too much, but a little bit. This almost looks like a kind of a repainted Zorana hair sculpt. Snap that on her, and there you go. A little bit different, not too much. We'll take this one back off, and then we'll bring in the hair with the headset. And this is a personal one I like the most. I think that's pretty cool. I would likely end up using this one. And then just in case you don't want that one, take it off. And I'm not going to put any hair on because I don't know how well it's going to fit. But you can take the helmet here and just pop that right up onto it like that. Yeah, I definitely think it needs some hair in there because it's, you know, sitting a bit low. So when the hair is in there, it'll probably set up a little more flush and look good. Regardless, it's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the hair and headset back on. And there we go. And we're gonna check out the rest of the body. So over the shoulders, you got butterfly joints, hinge, can allow the arm to go up that far, rotate a full 360, bicep rotation, double jointed pinless elbows. Down at the hands, you have the hinge peg. These hands can go down and up, and you have the gripped trigger finger on both of them. With that harness on, it's going to be a little difficult to check out her ab crunch, but she can come forward a bit and back a bit. A little bit of mid-torso swivel. There's also a little bit of waist swivel. All right, so coming down through the thighs, up at the top, you have a little bit of drop leg in there. Due to the harness connecting to the thigh holster here, there's going to be limited articulation on the legs, but they can come forward that far, out to the side that far, and back, not much at all. You have thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees, you have calf swivel. Down at the ankle, you have the hinge to allow the foot to go that far forward, that far up, really far, and then side to side pivot. So articulation is pretty nice. I'm sure if this didn't have the harness on it, it would be, you know, a lot more articulation than you got to see, but that's fine for now. We're going to leave it alone. So I think we're going to go ahead and check out her stability, see how well she can stand. And a little loose. You could toy around with the feet and get her to stand fine, but I think this one's going to call for a stand. She'll stand, see. But we're going to go ahead and bring in a Figured stand and slap that into her foot. All right, so there we go. That'll let the figure stand more stable. And now we're going to go ahead and gear her up. So we're not going to worry about messing with the hands. And we're going to go and take our pistol, slap it into the holster right here. We're not going to put this extra adjustable harness on. We're going to save that for another time or another figure, but it's not entirely the same, but close. I mean, you could fit it on here. I think this will actually fit on any figure due to the, you know, the sizes. So you can be wide, thin, you know, it doesn't matter what, but that is an awesome, awesome addition. So we're going to bring this backpack in and go ahead and plug that right into her back. You see where the lines will kind of angle with the arch in her back. So get that pushed in a little bit further. And what hand is she going to be holding this in? Let's go ahead and put it in her right hand. So gear this one up, get that finger through the trigger guard and get that stock back. Okay, so we got to kind of feed this up in here in a little awkward way. Maybe we got to like kind of force it to plug it in. There we go. Now it's in. All right, cool. So she's got her rifle. Now I'm going to bring this hand up to give her a little bit of grip onto the front of it. All right, so we'll do something like that. And awesome. I think that's how we're going to have our Glenda. She looks pretty good. Go ahead and stand her right here. Zoom in a bit. All right, so now I think we're going to go ahead and bring in a comparison. So here is Glenda with the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Collection Scarlet. They look good next to each other, I gotta say. You can see, obviously, you know, complete reused torso, body, legs, arms from the Retro Scarlet figure on the Glenda. And it looks good, you know, the repaint, it does look like a different figure. You could even swap the heads, you know, you could get the Scarlet head on the Glenda body, you know, there's your Pilot Scarlet. Swap the head with Glenda's head onto Scarlet's body, and you got a Glenda and Scarlet uniform. Who knows, it's whatever you want with them, your figures, you're customizing the way you want. I like them the way they are. I'm going to keep them like this for now. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and throw Glenda up onto the turntable, and we will give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Classified Series, HasLab, number 144, Jane, Glenda, Mullighan. Awesome figure. There's not really that much to it besides the paint job, a couple of new additions, but you do have, you know, the repainted Retro Scarlet body. I'm totally fine with that because, you know, Glenda being from the Brazilian G.I. Joe squad, new character, new figure technically, and it's enjoyable. I like it. There's a lot of customization you can do with this figure. You know, you can swap the hair out, you can throw the helmet on, you know, you can do whatever. You can take that head off and throw a Scarlet head on. You can throw a shooter head on. You know, it doesn't matter what you throw on as long as you throw something on. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, one of the major additions I like is that extra harness that's adjustable, fully adjustable. I haven't tried it with any figures. I'm probably gonna do that. Maybe, I don't know, we'll do something in the future with it, but for now, I'm just gonna put it aside. We're just gonna focus on Glenda on this video, so maybe one day we'll break it out and throw it on a figure and have a custom. Who knows yet, but it's still cool. Now, about Glenda itself, I love the homage to the Comandos Heroicos. I always have a little bit of difficulty saying that. You know, you have that kind of breaker gear mixed with the flash gear, and that is totally like the retro classic figure, and that is awesome. The hair swaps, you know, do what you want. You know, you don't have to have the headset on there, but you can throw the other one on there, and bam, you got pretty much an upgraded, newer model, you know, classified version of Glenda, which is totally cool, and I do commend Hasbro for doing that. Awesome job. I love this figure, and it's definitely going to take a nice spot in my shelf, so very cool. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when I post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. We have one more to go, and that will be Crazy Legs, so we'll get him up tomorrow. And be sure to tune in. And until then, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.